Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm opening my winter sowing jugs. Some are bursting full, waiting to be opened, just like this Clarkia, and some are still tiny, but they're getting there. I will sprinkle all these beautiful flowers and plants all over the gardens, but mostly I will use them in my project, that is, container gardening, using just one kind of plant per pot. Again, here are all the jugs, and here's the idea up on the screen. I've always done this concept, but this time I want to do it big time, with all the free plants that I have. So first off, I've gathered all my planters. I also went around the garden and gathered baby plants just like this bleeding heart and pot them up. I always do this and then plant them on the ground later in the fall. So for this container garden project, I've gathered all plants all around my garden. They're all free, and I'm using all the plants that I have in my winter sowing jugs. So I'm continuing on with my thrifty gardening this year. This is the Clarkia I opened earlier. I'm putting some in pots, and I'm also putting some on the ground just to see a comparison later on. I always experiment on seeds that I can winter sow, and this is my first time growing Clarkia, and most of the ones that you will see later on. Now I know which seeds I can rely on every winter and whatnot. Out of all these jugs, there's only one that didn't germinate, and I forgot what it was, but I left it alone, hoping that it will still come up. Time to open this Nemophila. It's also filled its jug. The blooms will be like that of that picture up on the screen. And again, it's my first time growing this flower. So this is the goal today, opening up all the winter sowing jugs and planting them on the pots or on the ground. I'm incorporating all these plants wherever practical and wherever there is space, everywhere in the gardens. I will always do winter sowing because it works. I think I even have more success winter sowing than starting seeds indoors, nurturing them, and all that stuff. The space that they take up and fungus gnats, ugh. Next one, time to open this Linaria. It has a salvia-like growing habit. I haven't grown this before as well. So yep, lots of first time here. This time of year is just plant, 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 because we have a very short growing season. So later on, I'll be showing you updates as these plants fill in their pots and grow. That is the hope. Some are really root bound just like this, so I have to pry them with my hori knife. Like I said, I'm continuing on with my thrifty gardening this season. So here in this video, the pots are all free. I had them forever, and the compost is free, and the plants are free-ish because I've started them from seeds, except of course the cost of seeds in the beginning. And the jugs are free-ish as well because we've used them. And yeah, and now these poppies, the seeds are free from someone on Facebook Marketplace. I told you on my last video, it's possible to garden for free. So yeah, just be patient, and it's just a labor of love if you really want to do it. I'm so excited for this because I love everything flower that is double. Who doesn't, right? So again, I've put some on the ground and some in big pots because I know they thrive better on the ground, but I'm also trying them in pots this year. And this is hollyhock. There's not many in the jug, but I know they grow so big and tall. So perfect. These ones I just put on the ground. I inserted them wherever I can in the garden. And this is lupin. This also went on the ground. Oh, and it started to rain, so I have to stop this project. But yeah, here's what I've done so far, and I'll continue later on. So here we are in the other gardens. These ones are snapdragons. So here they mostly went on the ground. Oh, and by the way, some of these winter sown plants and flowers are perennials. So yep, perfect on the ground. And the ones that are on the pots, I will also plant them on the ground in the fall. More snapdragons. These were seeds from my plants last year. I also bought a winter sown snapdragon jug for $3 on Facebook Marketplace. And here are candy onions. They went in the vegetable garden beds. So here's an update of what I've done so far. And I've also gathered some seedlings from all over the garden. These spruce seedlings. So again, friends, thanks for watching and see you again next time. Bye-bye.